wonders. When will the next shell hurtle down from the heavens? When will a bullet finally lodge itself in my skull? But this silence is different. In this, there is something truly peaceful. Something to be treasured.
おはようございます。アトミックハートのコラボの続きやろうと思います。まあ。先にこれやろうか。モグラ叩き。100倍いけるのか？いや、惜しい。あと1匹なんだけど。1匹足りなかった。まあ。何も欲しくないじゃん。これ以外。メタルコンポーネントこっちね。
I need but a measuring tape, a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a sheet of paper to design a garment for any occasion. Be it cycling sportswear or a gown fit for a bal masqué. Though the war interrupted my pursuit of fashion, I never once thought to give it up. I'll return to it, one day.
音ないな。SE の音あったらかっこいいと思うんだけど。そういえば買いました。この衣装。センチネルのタロット。かっこいい。足見えるんだ、これ。普通に、その、布で隠されたと思った。いいね。かっこいいし、綺麗だね。あと、首の姿勢、他の衣装とちょっと違うね。この姿勢なんじゃねえか。デフォルトだと。でもタオルだと、ちゃんと前に見てるみたいな感じかな。デザインいいな、相変わらず。なんかさ、その、FGO のジャヌオルタみたいな雰囲気ちょっとあるんだね。紫の方のだし、髪型もこんな感じだったし、黒い白と紫の色の組み合わせ。それにジャスティスだし、正義のカード。気に入りです。じゃあ、ストーリーの続き読みましょうか。第7話、The Logic Behind Nostalgia. Purpose can be sustained by either love or hate. Old building.
You mean little Vanya? Are you sure?
そういえば、この家にいるね、まだ。たまらのおばあさん。自分の上ちょっと、あれしてない？ 空洞みたいな、空洞の中みたいな声してない？ちょっとだけ。声ってるなぁ。
That journalist we met, he called himself Maxim. He had the same scar on his forehead.
よう見てるね、ミスメル。
I thought he... After things settled, I tried to check in on Rosalia and her family. They were already gone. Sylvania is alive, and he became a journalist. I'm happy he made something of himself.
I found something else strange. These documents seemed out of place here.
X lays out a series of technical files, all of them in crisp and fresh, not like the yellowed papers and books elsewhere in the house.
Having made a cursory glance, they seem to concern the robots we've encountered so far, including that big one that chased us here. See? Take a look at these schematics. Tell me this isn't that belly ash thing.
But why would anyone keep these files here? These look like highly sensitive schematics.
A seemingly abandoned location close to the summit venue. It makes sense, wouldn't you say, Tamara?
Next, pass the page with the pale schematic offer to Tamara. The old woman trailed a moment ago now finds herself looking over the files, her brows furrowed, and soon her confused face turns stop.
Wait. I recognize this handwriting. No one writes a ya like this.
Yeah.
Except little Vanya.
The room falls silent at revelation. The old woman shakes with emotion, prompting Mesmer to reach out to comfort her, but Tamara starts again with renewed confidence. そういえばさ、このマクシムの人ってメインゲームに出たキャラなのかなそれともこのコラボのために作られたキャラなのかな本当にアトミカルのゲームっていうものは何もわからないからさ。
We should discuss this with a friend of mine. She'll be able to help us understand what is going on here.
A friend?
I contacted her as soon as I heard you come in. But don't worry. I'm certain she'll be able to answer all your problems.
The young visitor's attention is soon drawn to the window by the deafening roar of engines.
What is that? It looks like a flying house.
Ah,
Tamara, clear the way!
the wooden hut begins its slow descent into the courtyard, but before it even reaches the ground, someone hops off and slaps her way through the window and into the building. Oi! Kuasuna!
What?
A cloud of dust rises, blowing in from the outside, while the trio cough uncontrollably. A figure steps out of the haze.
So the quantum computer was right. Look what I found. Pint-sized scientists from a faraway land.
目に当たる家いるんだけど。
I'm glad you didn't kick them out, old friend. Well, why would you? They do look like good kids.
皮肉？今の皮肉なのか。Shocked to find that the intruder is an old woman, the young visitors stare at each other in silence.
The name's Xena, but call me Granny Xena. That's all you need to know for now.
Granny Xena. After Tamara walks her through their findings, Xena takes over the documents and starts reading. Her face grows more serious as she turns the pages.
These files outline a way to circumvent the Collective's firewalls. It's a sophisticated exploit. Huh, he's no amateur. With this, Maxim would be able to take control of the belly ashes and activate their combat protocols. If what I'm reading here means what I think, then Comrade Sechenov is in 6 layers of deep shit.
He's in trouble.
Ima.
Why?
Because our little Vanya is likely the one who lifted the combat restrictions on all the robots, which means this chaos wasn't just a bug in the system. It was targeted.
By Maxim.
Then you mean that he could be the one that sent that giant robot after us?
I figured it would have been that P3 guy, or the twins. Taking in the preponderance of evidence, it's a good bet that Maxim is the one that orchestrated the robot's attack on the exhibition.
It isn't just the robots. He's also got his hands on the schematics for Sechenov's thought device.
Does that mean he might have tampered with them as well?
It'd explain why the scientists up there are all going nuts.
Do you think he intends to seize control of the entire Collective 2.0 network?
The old woman puts down the files and grabs the frame from the table.
Huh. I knew this little project of Sechenov's would wind up with everyone insane or brain dead. Politician, scientist, journalist. No one is meant to have that kind of power. But it seems our Vanya already had a screw loose before he put on that thing. He could be plotting something far more dangerous.
そうだろうか。単純に複数目的なんじゃないかな。
He was such a sweet boy. Why would he want to destroy this place?
あと、なんか、過去の人が忘れられるのが嫌って言ってなかったっけ、マキシムのやつ。
Whatever his reason, we can't let him get away with it.
Our goal is clear. We must put a stop to him.
Yes,
That's easier said than done. We don't have an army, we don't even have weapons. How are we going to get to Maxim with a single shotgun between us? But I get the feeling you can help us with that, am I right?
You're a smart kid. But what I've got probably still won't do much against an army of robots.
Don't sweat it, Granny. That's where I come in.
What are you planning?
He looks around and snaps his fingers.
To do what I do best. Improvise.
Dear me. Where did you find all these things?
X dots a bundled tablecloth and spills out its contents over the table. Clock gears, butter knives, spray cans of lubricant and menagerie of other knickknacks. He tilts his head and winks at the old woman.
I collected them from the other rooms. Don't worry, we'll return whatever we don't need.
You little gremlin. You'll return the rest and help me clean up after this is over.
Oh,
Are you telling me you plan to upgrade my guns with this load of crap? I'll buy it. Now show me how.
X listed several old guns and start working on improvements alongside Granny Zena.
This should work. Give this one a try, won't you?
Thank you. I fashioned an electromagnetic accelerator to the muzzle, as you requested. You take care of the rest, X. Wait, what's that you added to your gun?
A music box. It happened to have a component I needed. And, as a byproduct, we'll get to enjoy music while we fight.
いらねえ。X wins up the music box and allows it to play. A sweet melody gives it chiming mechanism.
Why did you pick that song of all things, boy?
I didn't. It was already programmed into it. Why do you ask?
Oh, it's nothing really. The melody reminds me of my daughter.
Is everyone geared up?
armed to the teeth and ready to take out some robotic trash.
Just please, keep the fight away from this place.
Hold on. Maybe we should decide on a plan first.
A plan?
Aggressive stores include the open space to draw the player's attention. As soon as it explodes, the killing machine charges towards the old lady like a hound.
You wanted a plan, didn't you?
Attack.
There is time still to avoid this fate.
This robot is programmed to follow a certain attack pattern, but you're not. Improvise, kids. You're more than just scientists. That much is obvious. You're crazier and bolder than you look.
There's a thin line between genius and madness. We tend to skip rope over it.
I'll take that as a compliment of our mental alacrity, Granny.
You kids remind me of my daughter. Enough pep talk. Let's take this hunk of bolts down.
Doom. Simulate, calculate.
Magnet overclock restrictions lifted.
Do not let yourself go numb. See how they oscillate. An accurate reading.
Interacting with polymer.
+4, 6.
Repolymerizing.
Nikai Togeki. Sakini Shinjata.
No written report needed. They should push your management style everywhere.
How do you like that?
Gina lays her foot on the power of Delias, her stew sizzling against the heated metal.
You're as wild as ever, old friend.
We're safe for now. It should take a while before Maxim sends another of his murder bots after you. So, what's next?
We find Maxim and stop him before more people get hurt. And ideally, we'll clear our names as well.
First, I think I'd like to let Maxim learn how it feels to be on the receiving end of one of these metal monstrosities.
Delias. X approached the Delias interface and connected to it with his thought device.
Clever. I wouldn't mind having a big angry metal poppy on our side.
I appreciate Maxim leaving behind those documents. It's made it much easier to replicate his hacking exploits. Like that. Fantastic. Now let's turn on this speaker so you can communicate with us.
Communicate with us? Like Nora and the twins?
Fat chance of that. A Beliash doesn't have that kind of processing power.
Processing power. But that can't be the sole factor, can it? The twins appear to have more processing power than Nora, and they even claim to have an emotional expression module. But they don't seem to have much of any emotions at all.
Theoretically, they could just be very professional.
Miss Major takes her head, tapping the side of her face slightly.
Never mind. Perhaps I'm just projecting my own biases. Who's to say what motivates a robot's heart?
君もあんまり表情出ないからな。Exorcist soldier hit then press the Belias reset button and steps back. Its engine roars to life again and the killing machine gets back on its feet.
Good boy. Come on over here, pup.
Belias. The pup staggers toward X and crouches by his feet.
Well done, young man. This puppy of yours should be more than sufficient evidence of Maxim's involvement, if you can get it to the exhibition hall.
Are you coming with us, Granny Zena?
Me? Oh, no, I think not. You kids are on your own from here. After a fight like that, I almost feel young again. Almost. But I'm not stupid enough to run towards trouble at my age.
まあ、妥当な判断だね。Gina puts away her gun and walks
Better get back to looking for that daughter of yours, right?
Mind your own business, you old blabbermouth.
娘探してるのか。
Goodbye, children.
Thank you for your help, Tamara. Granny Zena. Goodbye.
And then Expelliarmus stands up to see the kind-hearted ladies off.
Let's go, pup.
ベレスに乗ってるのか？パンパンパンパンパンパンパン。なんもない。The crazy to be. There is no time to mourn the past. Assembly room 戻ったね。Noise and chaos filled the exhibition hall again as P3 and the twins deal with their escalating situation.
Another one of them has gone barking mad. What the hell is going on? A little help here? Hold his legs down.
Affirmative.
Let me go! How many does that make so far?
Based solely on our observations, this is the 7th individual to experience a serious psychiatric break.
Crispy critters. Left. Are there any sedatives we can use on him? Think the repair vendor could synthesize some?
The repair vendor has experienced a serious emotional malfunction, Comrade Major.
意味わからないだろ、emotional malfunction.
Damn it. You mean that crazy fridge can't even repair herself?
P3 jumps down now from the platform, wiping away beads of sweat that now cover his forehead.
At least we tied him down. Thanks, ladies. Wouldn't have expected these brainiacs to be so tough. It'd be easier if they were robots. All they need is a bullet to the head.
Comrade Major, please be mindful of your choice of words. There are international experts present. We should not need to remind you of your mission.
冗談だろ。
Avoiding a scandal by killing every possible witness could be an interpretation of our mission parameters.
Can it, Glove? You know that's not what I meant. Situation's looking bleak, though. We've already got 7 of these lunatics, and there's no telling if or when the rest of this crowd are gonna join them. Plus, we still have to find those spy kids and figure out why that Belyash went rogue.
こっちもわからなかったね。まあ、犯人はマクシムのやつだからな。
Oh yeah. That reminds me. How'd your investigation pan out, right?
I have cross-referenced our visitor logs with the official invitee list. Besides the supposed young doctors, there was another mismatched record, a journalist.
So.
What's that sound?
Warning, large heat signature detected.
爆発するのか。
The hell?
Identifying machine code MA9 Belyash.
That the one that switched itself on?
お、違う。これあれだな。ラルテンたちだね。The huge shadow is cast over the broken glass of the assembly shop, in the middle of which lies several red dots that seemingly imply danger. As the elevator opens, the twins extend their claws, and P3 raises shotgun scanning for a target. The massive shadow lumbers into the light.
Please don't hurt me.
喋ってる。 The belly speaks as it raises its hand into the air.
Please, listen.
Huh?
Maji disabitin yang. The once again bore down belly lies huddled in the corner as life approaches to inspect it.
You're saying this Maxim guy is behind the attack?
That's right. The files we found in the access logs from the belly ash should prove it.
What do you think about that, Glove?
Allow me a moment, Major.
Suspending the files in the air above its tentacles, the glove scans through the documents page by page.
Analysis complete. There are 2 unauthorized access logs in the MA9's database. The access exploit used is materially similar to the one we found in Nora's log.
Oh,
But there is a newer entry, and it appears that the second hacker has left a program behind that I am unable to parse.
Rivas no Sekai no are da ne.
That would be me. It's a patented and highly classified coding language. I'd advise against removing it for now. Otherwise, Maxim might regain control.
Looky here. This seems to be a record of how our guy broke into the network. Any clue if it's the same one they used to crack the database?
Petri hands one of the files over to the lab.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
It is reasonable to conclude that Maxim is responsible for the malfunctions affecting Nora, the VOV-A6, and this MA9 Ballyash, and therefore that he is also responsible for the wider attack on the exhibition hall.
If our foreign friends are correct, that may only be part of his plans. According to these files, he may also have tampered with the thought devices.
And that's why the scientist going crazy.
So what's he aiming at?
Charles turns another page in the air as he answers the
His
question.
already demonstrated sophistication with robotics suggests he could have easily adapted the thought device. To start with, he is likely using his own device to control the facility's robots remotely. But it's only logical to conclude his aim was to bring about an international uproar, to disrupt the launch of Collective 2.0.
If that's the case, could he also have something to do with what's happening to the scientists?
A reasonable hypothesis, to be certain.
Crispy critters, we've jabbered enough. Let's just find this asshole and beat the truth out of him. Do we know his location, ladies?
There have not been any registered turbine departures since the beginning of the attack. We can infer that the suspect is still somewhere within the confines of this platform.
If he's still here, then he must have intended to observe things from a secure location. Is there a room in this facility where you might be able to monitor the entire exhibition center? Somewhere secure?
Excluding offline locations. Analyzing security and monitoring feasibility.
Do we have some way to check if he's there?
また喋っちゃった。スキップしちゃったよ。Power control room.
Affirmative. Provided the communication system linking these locations is not damaged.
Life attempts to contact the power control room after several failures. The connection goes through.
Are you there, Comrade Maxim?
There is no response from the other end of the line.
We must conclude that your attack on this facility and the staff here has some specific purpose or goal. Are you willing to open negotiations?
No response. Maybe he's not home?
Comrade, you should be warned that...
Maxim, we've been to your hideout. We know you were there recently. We saw things from your childhood there. Your belongings, the toys you played with, even your family photos. A woman there, Tamara, told us your real name is Vanya.
I recognize your voice. Dr. Verton, I presume. You're wasting your time, and you don't have a lot of that left.
Tunnel lock of that one.
You're about to get what you deserve. Every single one of you drooling lackeys of that hack Sechenov. I'm not going anywhere. So if you're planning to kill me, do it. But it won't stop a damned thing.
Oh, the lens cuts out.
This guy's got a death wish. What's he planning?
Whatever it is, he's made it clear where to find him. The power control room.
Resident of commotion from the huddle of
Hey,
survivors.
Alexei! Stay with me, pal! Somebody, please! He needs help!
Alexei, in a corner, a familiar scientist holds no to his shaking
I'm
hand.
here. What's happening?
I don't know. He's starting to seize up like the others. Tie me up. Don't let me.
Yeah.
The two men lift the scientist and carry him off into the next room. They have barely left sight before the screams begins. With a dark, haunted expression, the other scientist follows behind him, shaking low at the soldiers.
Crispy critters. Can't wait to get my hands on that son of a bitch. Hold things down here for me, will you, ladies? I'm about to carve a warpath straight to him.
Comrade Major, before he severed that connection, Maxim warned that killing him would not be sufficient to stop his plans. Perhaps further investigation is needed.
かもしれないな。
And what's your big idea? Wait around until all these eggheads crack?
It remains a matter of critical importance that we determine the nature of their neurological distress.
Petri stops himself at the doorway, breathing out a long, harsh breath. The gallery has fallen silent, punctuated sporadically by muffled screams echoing from the scientists tied up in the assembly room.
Hold on. I think I have a theory.
Go on.
Alexei put on his device a little before I did. So maybe these things are a kind of ticking time bomb. The longer you wear one, the more likely any little bump will set you off. That would explain why it isn't happening all at once.
Normal. X reaches for the top device on his temple. He ponders things for a moment and then lets his hand
But that
fall.
means we're all in danger of going off without warning. That includes me.
Oh yeah. The other looks to X with newfound concern for their colleagues.
There's no reason to think I'm immune. I polymerized myself and installed the device around the same time as they did.
This wasn't the data we were hoping to collect.
There are harsher words resting on her tongue, but she bites them back.
I know you wanted a deeper understanding of this world, but why did you take such a massive risk? Think about the ramifications. You could lose your mind. Or worse, your life. This is an absolute disaster. I should never have let things get this far.
There's always a method to these things, Mesmer. We aren't finished yet.
X points at his top device.
Progress requires risk. We've always believed that. As researchers, we discover truth through experimentation. Now, we have one critical piece of the puzzle and the minds to crack it.
Are you suggesting we try to dissect a thought device to pinpoint how it causes these psychotic breaks?
Precisely.
The therapist takes a moment to weigh the risk before she agrees.
You're right. There's no use complaining now. We have an opportunity to make the most of the time we have left.
You're kidding me. We're going to rely on a couple of teenagers to fix this. Nah, fuck that. Back to plan A. I'm gonna go beat the answers out of Maxim.
Wait, Major. The people here need you. Besides,
He already made his intentions clear. He'll die before telling us anything. We have to solve this problem ourselves. What's more, it seems your companion is the only one here with any working knowledge of the thought device. We'll need his help.
Someone still needs to get him before he causes more trouble.
Then allow me to go. As a neutral party, I might have a better chance to negotiate with him.
Are you insane? This is a life or death operation, kid. Not a field trip. I'm not about to let you walk out there and get torn apart by those robots.
慣れてるからね。
We will not let that happen, Comrade Major.
Major and X have put on hazmat suits and safety goggles borrowed from the assembly room, ready to start the experiment.
I know it may be hard to believe, but we're trained researchers. I was practically raised in the lab.
We may have come here under false pretenses, but we're proven and capable scientists. We can handle this.
Major and X nod in unison and begin working on the talk device.
I guess that means the summit's back on.
Summit's back on. The Dreadful Truth. マジでこれさ、原因なんだろうな。それをローにしても、デフォルトにしても、これオフにしても、ローにしても、全然ラグいし、意味わからん。162するとかThe Dreadful Truth. Make it simple for me. かわいい。Left. The Dreadful Truth. The twins ran along a damaged corridor followed by the visitor and the paper
The power control room is up this staircase. We must travel another 80 meters forward, turn left, and then reach the room at the end of the corridor. Our present speed may not be sufficient given the threat Maxim poses to the facility. Comrade, would you allow me to carry you?
疲れてる。
If that's what's needed.
The slick robot bends down to scoop the visitor into her arms and then lands into a forward spin. A crash of scraping metal thunders above them.
Structural failure imminent. Please brace for impact.
Oh.
The sudden lockdown of that doorway is unlikely to have been accidental. Maxim may be aware of our approach.
そうだろうな。
Comrade Doctor, are you hurt?
I'm fine. It's only the dust.
Apologies, comrade. I will attempt to warn you should I perform a slide of that nature in the future.
It's quite all right. Let's just keep moving.
There is no dependent sound above them, but this one is different, like heavy footstep.
Warning, large heat signature approaching from above.
Mata Pelias ka? A heavily armed Pelias drops down through the ceiling. Yapari. Right standing in front of left, shielding their companion from the debris.
Scanning. Heavy firepower detected. Another Beliash variant adapted by Maxim. Defensive matrices engaged.
Practice validates theory.
Hacking the collective and not upgrading robot with high-powered weapon. He has the makings of brilliant engineer, so why bother with the journalism act? It may not be an act complete. The proliferation of advanced robotic throughout Soviet society has many people across many professions have the time and access to master mechanical design. All the same, it seems he learned a lot from his father.
Calculating, simulating.
Magnetic field deployed.
An adequate sample. Decrypt the cosmos.
In memory of the dead, cherish life.
Interacting with polymer. Polymer release function engaged.
Shinobuni,
Just as I deciphered. Or prophesized if you prefer.
プリンスのオルト全然まだ見てないね。すぐ死んじゃうから、敵が。A temporal lab has been built in the corner of the
We have
SMU.
2 unused thought devices to examine before we poke around in anyone's head.
Let me see them.
これ誰？ X じゃないよね、これ。X なのか。Pete reaches out his closed hand toward Mesmer so Charles can interact with the top device.
This device appears to be around 3 grams heavier than its technical specifications.
Go on then. Let's poke around inside.
As you say, Major.
Charles' tentacles inspect the device and find a narrow gap between the shell and the blade. Click the cell lifts swing open.
That is unusual.
Charles raised the cell with 2 tentacles displaying its inside to the other.
This residue shouldn't be here.
I do believe we've discovered our smoking gun.
So, what is it?
See that? Something broke apart when we opened it up, spilling out this gunk.
Allow me to conduct a quick analysis. It's a synthetic compound. A dissolving capsule made of polymer-soluble material with a biogel inside.
Biogel.
Oh, I understand now.
Understand what? Enough with the suspense.
Simply put, I believe Maxim inserted a capsule of polymer-soluble material into these thought devices. Once it makes contact with the user's own polymer, the capsule begins to degrade, breaking with time or pressure until it releases its contents directly into their bloodstream.
Oh.
Make it simple for me, Chuck.
It's a poisonous time bomb.
So, when it goes off, it shoots a crazy pill straight into their brains?
We'll need to do further tests to determine its full effects, but it's possible that the toxin may ultimately be fatal.
We don't have time for empty speculation, gentlemen. May I take a look?
まだラグイなんだけど。Their investigation continues. Peter stands tapping his foot, impatiently craning his neck away from the operation table. He's been reduced from soldier to Charles glorified lab chair.
Are we done yet? I'm getting a cramp standing like this.
Almost. Hold me higher. I can't see the screen.
Yeah. What did I do to deserve this? I should be out there smashing heads.
You are a vital asset to this operation, Major. I couldn't have done this without you.
Oh, gee. You're gonna make me tear up, Charles.
I think I've isolated the substance. Do you recognize this molecular structure, X?
No. It could be that this molecular structure is unique to the science of this world. Maybe we can preserve a sample for study back at Laplace.
You do understand your life may depend on this, don't you? Is there a chemist here? We're having trouble identifying this substance.
I can help. I have a doctorate in medicinal biochemistry.
You did seem to be an expert in intoxicants. Have you sobered up yet?
Call me a drunk if you like, but I'm a drunk that got invited to this international summit. Now show me the damned report. I thought you said you were scientists. This one was almost trivial. Even a high schooler could identify it. Oh, but this is a tricky one. Its structure looks similar to adamantane. It's a novel kind of synthetic neurotoxin. Quite brilliant, in fact. Maxim could have gotten a patent certificate from the Discovery and Invention Committee.
Focus, please. You're all in serious danger.
I can make a list of compounds that may help neutralize the toxin, but there's no way to guarantee anything. In an ideal clinical environment, we would run trials to determine effective antidotes. Are there any lab animals here?
Bruh, we don't have time. もう時間ないのに。何言ってるんだよ、こいつ。
If only you would invited Medicine Pocket along.
I doubt we'll be able to find any living animals here. We'll have to test the reactivity on blood samples. Maybe we can collect it from the scientists that have died.
I would advise against that. There are too many variables in testing blood from deceased subjects. We need living cellular tissue.
Hold on a minute. Isn't there an obvious fix for all of this?
Major, I assure you, if there were, we would have thought of it before now.
Hear me out. Why don't we just rip these things off of everyone's head before they can release the poison?
Absolutely not.
Maxim accounted for that particular possibility, unfortunately. The capsule is purposefully fragile. Once it's been connected, any kind of tampering with the device is likely to break it early. It's an ingenious trap.
You see, Major? It's too risky. We could end up hastening their descent into madness rather than saving them.
Simply put, we do more harm than good.
Okay, got it. Just figured I'd make sure we weren't missing the obvious. Now what? Do we just hope no one dies between now and whenever we can round up some guinea pigs?
Actually, Major, you might just have inspired me. In absentia of any cavia porcellus, we do have the next best thing.
Nani, Miss Mercer's President for an ethics already guessing at his plan.
You're crazy.
We extract a reduced dosage of the neurotoxin and inject it into me. Then, we test out the antidote systematically until one works.
Yang pali ka.
You already sound insane.
メディシンポケットじゃない。メディシンポケットほどじゃないけど、みんな行かれてるからな、ラプラスの人って。Symptoms. Judo Juni. A noble cause may call for sacrifice. Vengeance demands it. ちなみにこれ2000。2000ね。400、500、+500、1000、3000になって、1100、4500くらいとなるのかな。まあ、ちょいと足りないかもしれない。Symptoms. A noble cause may call for sacrifice vengeance assembly room. 戦う。
Gutsy move, but are you sure about this kid? Besides, how do we know your device hasn't already triggered? If we inject more of that stuff into you, even an antidote might not be enough.
It's the best solution I can see. Given I only became polymerized earlier today, I should be especially sensitive to a polymer-based poison. My reaction will be easiest to observe in small, controlled doses. It's what Madame Lucy would do.
No, it isn't. She would never approve of such an irresponsible act of self-sacrifice. Nor will I. Let's just hope that Verton can convince Maxim to give up an antidote. I won't allow you to gamble your life on this while there is still a chance to find the solution another way.
The argument has drawn the attention of the stills and scientists.
Sorry, miss, but I think your colleague is right. Dangerous as his plan is, we don't have time to wait. Every minute that passes, more of us could be exposed.
This is exactly what I was afraid of, X. Your irresponsible nature is practically infectious. You just had to drag this whole world down with that special brand of arcanist madness.
Hold on, Mesmer. I didn't set off this chain of events. Call me a mad scientist if you like, but I don't deserve the blame for what's happening here.
I don't care who's to blame. I still won't let you do this to yourself.
This isn't the time to argue, kids. Maybe you're infecting me with arcane madness, or maybe the poison already got to my head. Doesn't matter. I'll do it. I'll be your guinea pig. Besides, I've put myself through regular trials of intoxication for most of my life. What's another neurotoxin?
That's not the point.
No, it's not. The point is that I'm not letting a kid put himself on the line on my account. My vision's starting to get blurry. Good bet I'm already exposed, so let's get on with it.
If that's the case, we may as well try. But I'm not happy with it.
All right, nice and tight.
Synthesis. After confirming that Ethan is secretly tied with Mer Junior takes out an injector that she brought from Laplace using a familiar tool makes her feel a little more at
Hey,
ease.
kid. You don't have to do this yourself if you don't agree. It's a simple injection.
Shush. I'm the only other person here with medical experience. I would never have allowed anyone to do this back home. I guess I'm the mad scientist now.
Miss Mer Jr. stabs the needles into Ethan's arms, pushing the plinger down in a slow, even release.
Your body temperature is rising, likely a reaction to the toxin or the antidote. How do you feel?
My limbs are numb, and my eyes are losing focus. Feels like I'm staring up at the northern lights.
First antidote not working. We'll observe you over the next 5 minutes and then try the next one.
Mesmer?
What now? We're doing what you wanted, aren't we? Just leave me to my work.
Miss Mer tries not to lose her temper as she looks back at X.
The antidotes could react to each other if applied on the same subject. So, why not try the next one on me? It's about time. I'm beginning to experience symptoms. Diplopia, nausea, the works.
You'd better come back with a solution, Burton.
Bastirne. The barriers that crash through the ceilings now lying on the ruins it created.
Combat concluded. No signs of injury or damage. We should return to our mission, comrades.
It's at this moment that she noticed like inconsistency between the twins' movement.
Left. Are you alright?
Running diagnostic.
Are you hurt?
Negative. Test complete. All systems functioning. We can proceed. The breach in the ceiling will allow us to compensate for lost time. Transport mode activated.
Left sweeps are combating into her arms again, preparing to jump from the belly.
Again, please brace for impact.
Not to worry. I feel quite safe in your arms.
I am pleased to hear that, Comrade Doctor.
Left nods at her companion, she then left. then jumps nimbly through the hole in the ceiling to reach the second floor. The warning lights flash as the airtight door creaks open, illuminating the power control room.
Please be careful, comrade. We advise you to stay outside of the room until it is secured.
That must be why Sechenov always preferred the company of robots. Always ready to sacrifice themselves for the good of humanity.
Maxim sits relaxed in a soft chair in front of the instrument panel.
I wonder what you really think. Do you see other robots as your people? Does that emotion module of yours prick with doubt or pain when you see your kind die?
We are not obligated to answer your questions, Maxim.
Oh. I suppose the real question is, can a robot truly even die? That's a question that would have fascinated me when I was younger.
Maxim, what did you do to the thought devices?
What makes you think I would tell you?
Maxim stands up, fixing his wrinkled
I'm not from
trousers.
here. I don't know what Collective 2.0 means to you or to this country. I just want to understand. You expressed concerns about it before. Maybe you think the world would be better off without it. I don't know. But what I do know is that what you've done here is wrong. Whatever the intention was, it wasn't worth killing innocent people.
Whatever the intention. You're more right than you know, young lady.
A huge robot with sound belly appeared behind Maxim.
But I'm not special. Making ends justify the means. That's just the way we do things here. Haven't you figured that out?
Where is that budget hog hiding?
Simulating the dead. Calculate.
Valid data.
Decrypt the cosmos.
Do not let yourself go.
Who charts the star's orbit?
A flood of information.
Polymer release function engaged. Repolymerizing.
Natai patsilisin na jump.
Just as I deciphered, or prophesized if you prefer.
Yahaha. The robot is torn apart, its components scattering all over the floor. Sparks pop from its torn wiring, lighting Maxim's spirit.
Target down. Area secured.
Please, Maxim, tell us. Is there an antidote or at least some way to prevent exposure?
Is that your best effort? The Argentum unit would have at least brought truth serum.
If you were trying to stop Collective 2.0 from launching, you already succeeded. There's no way they'll release it on schedule after everything that happened here. Do more people really need to die just to make this a bigger scandal?
Maxim places one hand on his temple pointing, then lets it fall to his side.
Sechenov deserves every punishment coming to him. But you're right. I never wanted people to suffer in vain. There is an antidote.
There is an
Abnormal
antidote.
heart rhythm detected. Comrade Doctor, be careful. He may be engaging in deception.
It's all right. Please, Maxim, just share it with us.
It's a simple antidote. Though, I'm afraid I'll be taking the first dose.
He draws a pistol out of his pocket.
One shot of lead to end the suffering of a hopeless man in this hopeless country!
Maxim, no!
Hey. 10話なんだろう。これで11話なんだろう。あと5話くらいなんじゃないかな。何話まであるなんだろうね。イベントストーリー。14話までみたいだね。あと4話。どうしましょう。
Perhaps it is your habit to surprise your guests in the morning.
早速進みましょうか。Retrofitalism. There is strength in numbers, especially when you have a lot of windows to break. 4はまあ1時間くらいなのか。ちょっと離席します。One by one, the others hunted quarantined themselves. They come wordlessly and resigned to do or die for the good of all the others. The only sound in the room is the dull moaning of the ancient. Miss Major closed another item of her list. There's been no sign of improvement from any of them yet.
Atropine, vinactazine, pralidoxime. We've almost tried everything. Maybe obidoxime? We'd have to be extremely careful with the dose.
It worked! We found it!
Miss Mediciner holds upright at exclamation. So the balance of optimism and pessimism as she follows the voice to its
The antidote worked! Subject 6 has regained consciousness!
Oh, crispy critters, finally.
Don't celebrate yet. It could be terminal lucidity. We'll need to observe him a little longer, but we can start preparing his antidote for the others. If we determine it's effective, we'll start treatment in order of severity and length of seizure.
Mesmer Junior comments are carried out immediately. Soon, the first group of patients regain consciousness. Oh.
Phew. That's an immediate amelioration of symptoms. I think we've found our winner.
お、ちゃんと使えるのが。
It's strange. I can almost feel the polymer reacting inside me.
It's possible that you're more sensitive to the treatment, just like you predicted.
I think you may have saved my life, Mesmer.
Just don't ever make me have to do this for you again. No more random injections. Got it?
That's asking a lot for a Laplace researcher, don't you think?
This isn't Laplace. You really can be insufferable sometimes. What happened to the power? Is anyone using a respirator? Get them on a backup immediately.
It's not the power. Everything's still running.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Ooh.
Countdown 15 minutes.
Self-destruct sequence?
Mesmer Jr. and Little X. Mesmer Jr. and Little X. Your parent is waiting for you at the power control room. Repeat. Your parent is waiting for you at the power control room.
プレテのことだね。これテレスコパのやつが言ってる報告。
Huh?
That has to be Vertin. She might be in trouble. I guess we'll have to go find our parent.
The half-mud scientist is up and on develop around his body, while his cholesterol fast.
Looks like I don't need to worry about your condition. Are you sure you're ready for action?
Absolutely. Just as long as you don't expect me to be as dexterous as the twins.
But what about the other patients?
We've got things handled here. We even got the drunk back on his feet. Just go.
Tereshkova has sent out a broadcast to your colleagues. A large number of Maxim's robots appear to be leaving their patrol routes. Given the circumstances, any attempt at evacuation will be a significant risk. Should we proceed?
We have to do whatever we can to preserve lives.
Understood. I will attempt to locate suitable vehicles within the facility. Comrade Doctor, your friends will arrive in 3, 2, 1.
Level projector alone to Laplace researcher to come inside. They look, scent and smell of burning metal. As the door closes, a horde of violent robots slams up against the heavy door.
What's this about a self-destruct sequence, Vertin? Where's Maxim?
Her eyes flood glance down to the floor. Maxim lies in a pool of scarlet blood. A hole is pierced through his temple. His hand is still clutching the instrument of his
I couldn't stop him. The sequence was activated as soon as he died.
It appears that Maxim programmed a tripwire into the facility's self-destruct protocols. The only way to abort the procedure is to enter the administrator password, which has been altered. Speculation.
And only Maxim knows the password.
Miss Junior moves her eyes from Maxim to her companion and immediately connects. Wait, she is needed here.
I may be able to use artificial somnambulism to extract information from his dying brain matter, but there is a complication.
She needs not state obvious to anyone present. A bullet went through his head.
Let's hope he didn't destroy his hippocampus.
He's been polymerized, right? We already saw that it preserves some measure of the individual's brain activity after death.
But we can't possibly predict how artificial somnambulism would interact with a technology like that. And even so, we know that the polymer doesn't preserve life. It only extends a limited imprint. We can't be sure of the extent or even the stability of Maxim's memories. Diving into a dead man's dreams, even if we were fully equipped, and we're not, we could still end up lost in it.
Nevertheless, what other option do we have?
So, I'll play the mad scientist yet again. It's becoming a pattern working with you two. X, I'll need some improvised equipment. I'll make a list. I don't care if they run on a hamster wheel or marbles running down a course. Just make them functional.
I'll facilitate your every expectation. Left, would you mind giving me a hand?
Searching for keywords. Artificial somnambulism. 0 results found. But I am at your service, comrade doctors.
First, we need a glass harmonica. Is there one here?
Unfortunately, the Polymer Exhibition Hall does not contain any musical instruments of that variety.
But it's essential for artificial somnambulism. X, can you build it?
Sure. Give me 4 hours and a room the size of a football field.
This isn't the time for jokes. Left, could you find a suitable substitute?
Searching for exhibits with similar functions and potentially useful raw materials.
Just waiting for the most dramatic moment. The repair vendor in the corner reactivates, letting the room in red scanner light.
Sounds like you could use a little assistance.
Sokin ni modota no kaumae.
I can make you a glass harmonica, just so long as you give me what I need.
Nora, I thought you were out of commission.
Truth be told, I've been trying to get out of this place since the self-destruct sequence started, but I'm trapped here, alone and unloved. If only some handsome hero were around to carry me to safety. But since I don't want to die surrounded by a bunch of brats, how about you help a girl out and feed me?
We'll need as much glass as we can find.
In no time at all, X managed to direct the construction of an awkward but functional glass harmonica. The various parts nearly fill up the entire room.
Your intuitive grasp of technology is astounding, comrade doctor. I have made a recording of your process for future reference.
I know I said you could make it any way you like, but will this thing really work?
I'm positively certain. It's an unorthodox design, I know, but the physics are sound.
I'll take your word for it. Now, who's going to dive into Maxim's dream?
Ugh, I wouldn't dare be caught with such a hideous man. That hole in his head was practically an improvement.
Me! Let me try.
Oh boy.
No, you're the only one who can fix the machine if anything happens.
13. The number of candidates dwindles.
Okay. I have experience stream diving.
Mo nankai mo yatta karana.
You may require the assistance of someone familiar with polymer-based technology. With your permission, I will accompany you, comrade.
It should be possible to send you both. I've created an interface on the device that Left can plug into directly.
I suggest against it. We can't afford to lose both of you.
Your concern is noted, Miss Mesmer. But the risks are greater if either of us goes alone.
I'm going to need a long vacation after this. Verton, put the helmet on. Left, plug in. There may be a brief tingling sensation, but don't panic. It won't last.
A tingling?
Yes, one of the side effects of artificial somnambulism.
Understood. Ready to connect.
We trust you, Mesmer Jr. X.
Appreciated, Verton. I'll fortify the room as best as I can. We should be able to hold out for now.
All right. I'll guide you in.
というか、ライってどこにいるの？ライ。まだ、サイエンティストたちと一緒にいるのかな？今更なんだけど。6時にしたら、 治るのかな。12. またバトル。Maxim subconsciousness, the death of a soul trapped in the past.
Mama, when will you be back?
Before you know it, Fania.
Will I see you tomorrow? Mama? Mama?
Maxim subconsciousness.
Can you hear me, Verton? As I feared, the dream is unstable. There's abnormal data mixed in with Maxim's fading memories. I presume it's coming from the polymer.
It's a strange, dilapidated room. Through the doorway, it seems to lead to another seemingly identical room, and then another and another, as though it were a maze of mirrors.
I hear you, Mesmer. I think the room I'm in must be Maxim's home.
This dream is likely to be different from anything you've ever handled before. I don't know what lies ahead.
I'll be ready. Just keep things running up there.
A strange, stately grandfather clocked doors in the time, and with it a woman appears by the dining table.
Hurry up, Fania.
Rosalia. Maxim. Oh, Kikunata Maxim jam. Maxim thrusts through the doorway and sits down at the table, not as a child, but as a full
You'll
grown
have
man.
to head straight to school after breakfast. Remember what I told you. Wash your hands, keep your mask on, and apply disinfectant as soon as you get home. That's right.
The woman holds up another finger with its reminder. It's the gentle sing-song instruction of a mother to her young child, completely oblivious to his apparent age. Blah. After that, the woman turns to the sink and goes through the motions of washing a dish. Yet there is nothing in her hands. A moment later, she answers an unheard
No.
question.
Mama probably won't be home tonight. Neither will Papa. Have you finished? Off to school then. Let the teachers know right away if you feel ill. Understood?
And then the woman removes her apron and turns the door. Doctor's coat as she bids Maxim a simple, affectionate goodbye. As she leaves, Maxim rises from his seat and stretches toward the grandfather clock. He puts delicately on the minute hand, forcing it back counterclockwise.
Hurry up, Fania.
Maxim re-enters from the same door and sits at the dining table
Wash your
again.
hands, keep your mask on, and
Everything
apply
proceeds as
disinfectant
it
as soon
before,
as you get
the
home.
moment frozen in time.
That's right.
This subliminal space bears notable similarities to Limbo.
Limbo? Like in the Divine Comedy?
The name was chosen based on its similarity to the liminal spiritual realm. We use it to refer to subconscious spaces generated by polymerized individuals. It appears that this bears a strong resemblance to the space created by your artificial somnambulism device.
ここでリンボ出てるんだけど。
However, it is not clear if this space is in fact limbo, or a dream, or some reflection of them both.
ここに来てリンボかい。Maxim does not react to the conversation, nor indeed even to his mother. Matayari Masi. He simply returns to the clock time after time, winding the moment
We're at
back.
a deadline, remember?
Keep
We
your
need
mask
to
on
induce
and
Maxim to
apply
recall his
disinfectant
password.
as soon as you
But
get
try not
home.
to push him too hard.
That's right.
There's no telling what additional stress might do to the dream state.
We're already operating in the margins. Maybe start by collecting clues from the surroundings.
This moment must be from Maxim's childhood. Do you have any idea what's going on?
No. Speculation. This appears to be during the early months of the plague. During this time, hospitals were overloaded, and doctors were often forced to work long hours, isolated in quarantine zones.
As they talk, the clock hands suddenly speed up, fast-forwarding the scene in the room until it chimes again. Maxim still sits at the dining table, staring out into the void.
Do you hear that?
They are announcing funerals, Comrade Doctor.
Maxim turns toward the door. His face expressionless and hollow. Cry seems to come from all sides of the room.
Come here, Vanya. Don't be afraid.
A man resembling Maxim crouches in front of him, hugging an invisible
That must be Maxim's father.
Your mama is fine. I got a call from her earlier. She's just too busy to come home. You know, your mama is very brave. She is doing a great service for us all. Someone must go to the hospitals and take care of all the sick. I know you miss her. So do I. But there are others that need her more than we do now.
Henry speaks gently to the invisible
Now your
figures.
papa has a job to do too. So you must stay here and take good care of yourself until we get back. Don't worry about me, son. I'll send our little robot round to say hi whenever I can.
The man produces a small robot from his pocket. It looks identical to the one in Maxim's family photo.
That sickness has hurt many people, but your papa will do something to stop it. Since robots never get sick, we'll have them keep the world spinning. That is how we will save our land and our people.
Henry passes the invisible figures, the little robot, though it disappears as soon as it leaves his hand.
Promise me, you'll take good care of yourself, Vanya.
The number of deaths had already exceeded 20 million at this point. Soviet society was on the verge of collapse, and the death toll continued to rise until Dr. Sechenov helped to invent the redemption vaccine using his polymer.
Oh, sabi tiru. Maxim at last seems to react to their presence, though he does not turn to face them. Henry leaves and the clock hands speed up once more. Maxim returns to the dining table. Now the door opens. Two men in protective suits enter the room. Before they say anything, the same invisible presence rush over to hug them, yet they seem to push it away.
You're mistaken, comrade. We're not your parents.
They seem to have heard something and look at each
Listen,
other.
son, can you gather up your family's papers? Then you'll need to come with us. Your parents, they, Anyway, just follow us. We'll take you to them. Quickly.
Drawers open and close in rapid succession as the presence seems to follow their orders. After the last one is closed, the two men escort the invisible child outside. The clock stops ticking.
I think that might be all that's left of his memories.
Maxim's eyes turns to face them, though he gives them only a single empty glance before he staggers back toward the grandfather clock. This time, however, one of them stands in his way.
Who are you people? Leave me alone!
Maxim, you can still save lives before it's too late. It's time to let go.
Why? Why?
Everywhere. Maxim's voice broke out everywhere and all at once. Even the knives and forks on the table clattered with his
The day I
voice.
left with those men, I saw my neighbor hugging her mother. She was back from the hospital. I remember they had a robot carrying their suitcases. One just like my father made. She survived. She didn't leave her child alone. Why me? Why my family?
Is it right? My mother had saved her!
My father made the robots that took care of them. But they didn't get to come home. They left me alone. And all I had to remember them were the tattered medals the government gave me on their behalf.
I never learned where they were buried. They could be lying in some unknown, unmarked pit. Or buried away ass!
I know all too well how painful it can be to accept your loved one's sacrifice. But we have a responsibility to ensure their deaths were not in vain.
The devil and the little robot collapse suddenly.
A few memorials, a few medals, then things changed. People stopped remembering. They started saying that it was the collective that saved them. That's right. The collective. The collective. What a glorious, heartwarming name. It brings to mind all of those soldiers marching in lockstep in the celebratory parades. Thud, thud, thud. Behold our march to the future, comrades. We will build a new world forged by our hands. Aren't we all so proud of the collective? People's heads became filled with these lies. They forgot all that we had gone through. Or maybe they just wanted to forget. Then the monuments changed. Suddenly, they all had his face, his name. There was no room for any others. Names became mere statistics. Mothers and fathers, children, dead and forgotten in their millions. But not him. He was Dr. Sechenov, inventor of polymer, savior of the Soviet Union. Over and over, all the glory, all the praise, everything went to him and his damned polymer.
Maxim twist kicking the dining table with enough force to rattle the dishes.
How can that be? Why does he live when they had to die? How can we go blindly into this world he created? Their graves are just stepping stones on his march of progress. Men like Sechenov only look forward to their bright and limitless future. To them, the sooner the dead are forgotten, the better.
That isn't true, Maxim. Of course, the ones that survive should mourn and honor those they lost. But we also have to move on. Not to forget, but to build again. You let yourself be trapped in the shadow of your loss. But I know your parents wouldn't have wanted that for you.
Don't tell me what they think!
Like smoke blow out from Optimus' body as it begins.
People use that to pretend that a few kind words are enough to bury the dead. But then you praised them and took everything from them. It isn't fair!
めっちゃ怒ってる。
Practice validates theory.
応答できない。At the start of the run, only one chance to stack of code with calibration.
Burton, are you alright? I'm reading a massive shift in the dream space.
We're fine for now. It's just Maxim trying to stop us from exploring his memories.
I hate what this society has become. They forget so easily.
Those pocket watches are whispering something.
Don't listen to them. If they impact your emotional state, it could have unpredictable effects on the dream.
Magnetic field deployed.
Valid data.
Doom awaits within.
simulating the Chaldean order.
Another unsolvable clue.
Cherish life.
A message from the stars.
Interacting with polymer.
Rokunnaru da.
Polymer release function engaged. Repolymerizing.
Second stage.
Exterior damage profile updated. My attacks have been nullified. Maxim's threat level has increased. For your safety, please stay close, comrade doctor.
They deserve to feel all the pain they try to bury. It's only fair.
His condition appears to be deteriorating.
Friendly reminder. Your emotional disposition may influence the dream's stability over time. Keep steady.
Understood. We'll do all we can to pacify him as soon as possible.
Integration program activated. どういうこと? When casting polymeric ray, this round convert mic plus 300. Convert mic plus energy. 選べるんだ。ウルト0。ウルトは変わんないのか。0。何もいらないのか。
Activating autopolymer circulation.
There is no...
Just a COSFA to solve.
Calculating the Arabic parts.
The dead embrace you.
わかんない。
Sacrifice holds meaning only in its warning. Life is delicate and easily lost.
Befreie dich von den Grenzen des Geistes.
See how they oscillate.
いいダメージ入ってない。
Time for the curtain
絶対ボン
call.
クなのか。マジで何も入れないんだけどダメージ。無駄遣いだったのか。
Violent disassembly.
Warning.
Mata?
Stated, we need more processing power.
Please allow me to help, comrade doctor. Searching for computational power call protocols. Search complete. Initiating protocols. Protocols executed.
おい、これできないんだよ。Damage ko na i-shareってEcho step bonus. 縦はどっち? The mechanism to one on this level. The twins will gain mental transcendence later to remove this effect. わからん。
Computation check.
About this world, I've been thinking.
Valid data.
Doom awaits within.
Computation check. A flood of information.
Through Hypatia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars.
So obvious.
Do not let yourself go now.
Inherent defect captured.
Interacting with polymer. Repolymerizing. Interacting with polymer. Polymer release function engaged.
No written report needed.
よくわからんけど、終わったらいいや。13は Sing in or Evaporate。Evaporate. Maxim. Countless cheerfulness falls like raindrops. It's playing a different voice.
I have a son your age. Maybe you two can play together when you're feeling better.
You two can play together.
No.
Maxim flails upward, trying to catch the cheerfulness as they fall, but each one passes through his fingers in
This is a fine gadget, don't you think? Maybe we should install it in our robot's head.
We're so very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for not abandoning us.
No.
One of the children reflects in dark both of his eyes.
Papa? Mama?
Vanya, has our country survived?
Yes, Mama. People are even growing flowers again. I picked your favorites, but I couldn't bring them to your funeral.
Are you taking good care of yourself? What is life like now? Are the people happy?
Life is...
I wish I could see all the latest technology. What can robots do now?
Maxim raised his head in his hands, his voice muffled.
It's all so wonderful, Papa. Mama, we stopped the plague, and now we're going to explore the cosmos.
And what of you, little Vanya? How have you contributed?
Everything has gotten better. I wish you could see.
We're just happy to know things are better now. Though, I admit, I am jealous of you.
Shouldn't you be angry? They're enjoying this world because of you. But they don't even know your names. They don't know what you gave up for them. What I lost for them.
Why should we be angry, son? All that we did was in the hopes that the future would be brighter for our people and for you.
The future is yours now, Vanya. All we want is for you to make it a better place.
Don't let us down.
Irony.
He won't. I know our little Vanya has grown into a good man.
What an irony. The chopper drops to the ground and disappears.
No. Mama, Papa, don't go.
They have to go, Maxim. That's just the way of things. But you can choose to let them inspire you instead of dragging you into despair.
Don't push too hard, Furton. He needs time to process things.
Knees on the ground, Maxim bends over and cradles his head. His trembling fingers reach toward his temple.
I want to go home.
Warning, data overflow detected. This space may be compromised, comrade.
She's right, Furton. I'm reading a cortisol spike. You don't have much time before his brain activity shuts down.
High cortisol. Writing. Maxim slowly begins to break apart. Streams of transparent fluid leak out from his forehead and then from everywhere
I need to go home.
His strange state might collapse at any moment. You need to get out of there.
Not without the password. Is there anything else we can do?
Absolutely not. Your safety is top priority. Find somewhere secure now. I'm dragging you out.
Wait, that fluid must be polymer. It might still have an imprint of his memories. It's our last chance.
There is a sudden burst of commotion from the huddle of survivors. The leaking substance turns into a small float, rising up to the ankles of the two intruders in his collapsing
If these are his
brain.
memories, then where's the password?
Did you hear me, Furton? Get out!
Give me more time. I can still find it.
The rising flood begins to cover the chest.
Comrade Doctor, You must leave. I will continue the mission.
What do you mean? How?
My sensors and processing ability are more efficient than yours, comrade. I will have a higher chance of retrieving the password in the time we have left.
She generates an X-shaped barrier to create a safe zone around her companion, parting the fissures like the Red Sea. She walks towards Maxim. The closer she gets, the higher pressure on the barrier, causing its surface to break.
Confirming Vertin status. Operable. Disconnect.
Wait! Hold on! No!
Ports closed.
Damn, you actually made it. That's some good news, at least.
P3? What are you doing here?
We have disabled most of the facility's hostile robots, but we were unable to secure any vehicles suitable for an evacuation. Requesting synchronization.
Are you alright, Vertin?
Adrenaline offered to inspect Reckless colleague X while X meanwhile is still nursing what looks to be an open hand smack to his face, and unforeseen consequences of his suggestion.
I'm alright, Mesmer. But Left is still inside. Before I got out, she...
Synchronization complete. Please allow me to provide help.
Ray connects herself to the artificial somnambulism machine without hesitation.
Warning. Data overflow.
Left. Right? What are they doing?
I believe this is their method of sharing computational power, though the ballet aesthetic only serves as a personal affectation of the designer. Watch out!
The twins lie on the ground in a disjointed heap. Their bodies are charred. There are still sparks popping out of their interface along their spines.
Password and antidote composition secured.
As Life points at the control room computer, the screen turns on and displays a message.
Self-destruct sequence terminated.
Phew.
Miss Merlin's back against the wall and allows herself to sink down to the ground, where she in her then lip rests on the muzzle of X-modified gun. The familiar sweet melody begins to chime from it, playing over the existential sound. As it does, the twins begin to start.
What is it? Are you alright?
That song. My emotion module is experiencing a reaction to it. However, I am unable to discern the programming that explains this reaction. Has my programming been corrupted? Or do I remember it from somewhere? Please, comrade, may I listen to it again?
It's a beautiful song, isn't it? I suppose even a robot might find it touching.
Touching, yes. Added to database.
Something's irked me this entire time. If the twins were able to access artificial somnambulism, that must mean they have a consciousness. Perhaps they can even dream.
Were we still within your artificial somnambulism? Or was it only limbo after all? Can I dream?
Of course you can. Bots like you and Charles gotta have feelings, right? Why else would he be such a pain in my ass? Seems like a question for another time, though. You two should get yourselves repaired. I don't want the boss to blame me for you ladies falling apart. Damn. There is something familiar about that song, isn't there?
Saishua. Wherever her soul goes, it leaves a trail. The twins apparently release a mixture of striates and all the other. Identified as brain over direction, display. Painting of a tilted white square covering the rebellion of combat for medium. Played certain audio tracks when the nut track was played had lifted slightly before reaching its original posture. On an abnormalities without fluctuation between standard value. これ何も変わんないや。でも60でローにしたら Goodbye. Shalom. You must learn from those who have fallen or is falling again. Last Chalme complex. As the launch day of Collective 2.0 nears, Chalme is decked out in festive decoration and the people poured into the streets to celebrate. Time's tick off. The young visitors step out from the hospital after having been checked over and look out.
Have all the survivors recovered?
Look out for the festivities.
Yeah, seems like the government is still reeling from the diplomatic fracas, and they've locked down the exhibition hall. But the worst of it is over. No news about the twins, though. I hope they're all right.
They're actually coming to pick us up. Seems like Dr. Sechenov has already installed them into brand new bodies.
Oh.
What about Maxim? How do they deal with him?
I have no idea. Perhaps Dr. Sechenov will know.
Good. I have some questions for him too.
Ikikaita no Maxim. The young visitors walk toward a vehicle where the twins await them in that same ever-graceful pose. Sechenov looks out toward them through the vehicle window.
If it isn't our young scientists, what a pleasure to get a chance to see you once again. If only I had time to sit and chat.
It's good to see you as well, Dr. Sechenov.
I am dreadfully sorry to have dragged you into all this, comrades. Yet I must commend you on your heroic efforts during this crisis. You saved many lives, and for that I am grateful. Would you allow me the honor of shaking your hands?
Philip shakes hands with each other of them, his palm warm and firm, showing genuine care for the young visitors.
I've been wondering how I might reward you for all you've done. I don't suppose you would be interested in studying here in the Soviet Union? I would be more than happy to organize some scholarships and accommodations. You'll have promising careers in the Collective 2.0 project after you graduate. A bright, limitless future awaits.
Of course, we're extremely grateful for the offer. Unfortunately, we have to return to our home soon.
Visitors pause and look at each other.
Dr. Sechenov, I must be frank. We're deeply concerned about the safety of Collective 2.0 after these events. Are you really going to proceed with the launch?
The academician thinks of for a moment before he answers.
Naturally, this Maxim incident has forced us to look deeply into the security of the network. There are no words to express my regret in not anticipating these possible security issues earlier. But we've analyzed the risks thoroughly. My colleagues are already hard at work closing the system back doors that were used, and we've built in an early warning system to detect similar attempts in the future. I'm entirely confident that these measures will allow Collective 2.0 to launch without any further risk. But we cannot step back from the march of progress. The potential benefits to our people and our nation's development demand we press onwards.
Really, the incident has not shaken Sechenov confidence in his invention.
The march of progress. I admit it will be a revolutionary paradigm shift, if it works.
If hangs in there like a lit fierce, said with all the confidence, the one might change the Earth's rotation.
Of course it will. We stand on the threshold of a perfect society. the goal of my life's work, and that of every Soviet scientist.
His answer makes it clear that he has no intention of justifying himself further. The question.
One more thing, Dr. Sechenov. It's about Maxim.
His body has been taken care of. As for the loose ends, we're still discussing the matter internally. I hope to find a resolution that satisfies everyone. The question remains how he accomplished this attack. Someone must have backed his play for their own purposes, and I suspect I know who.
Molotov.
Molotov and I have always had differences. Oh, my apologies. It's nothing to trouble you with. Please enjoy the celebration. You must excuse me for not accompanying you further, but I'm sure you understand I have a busy schedule ahead.
We appreciate your hospitality. Goodbye, Dr. Sechenov.
Goodbye, young scientists. I look forward to hearing about your future achievements.
ないだろう。異世界人だから。The vehicle throws away to avoid being completely surrounded. The trio is forced to dodge into an alley to get away from the frantic people.
Over here.
Huh?
Three voice booms from the riverside where a patron is serving him a glass of soda.
This celebration's not too shabby, honestly. You kids want to have some fun before you head out?
A drone stops in front of the young
3 sodas, please.
If I've got the memo right, the boss is going to give a big speech before the launch.
Another formation consisting of young people must meet them in unison their visitors.
What's that formation?
Let me see. The banner says, Families of Fallen Heroes. In memory of those who sacrificed everything for the Soviet Union.
Life ends, that much is clear to everyone. But in the cheering face of the crowd, there is a promise that those that came before pave the way for tomorrow.
The sacrifices of one generation fuel the achievements of the next. Even if it takes many generations to get there, those dreams may still come true.
You gotta put that on a plaque, kid. Come on, don't be so serious. Let's have a little music to lighten the mood. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Explains his music box gun and the scan pulls the trigger. The buzz of colorful ribbons fires out in lieu of bullets, accompanied by the soft chime of the music box.
You rigged that up in the hospital? Gotta admit, that's impressive. I thought I was a firearms expert, but you managed to make a gun work better with just a music box. You gotta teach me your tricks.
Well, it's kind of a patented technique.
Petri puts his arms around X's neck, jokingly attempting to make him surrender his pattern.
They seem to be getting along well.
Typical boys. I still find myself thinking about how Left reacted to this song. I wonder what it means to her.
It's a real beauty. Kind of song you might play before you propose to a girl.
He gives up on sequence, squeezing the cigarette out of X, clearly interested in the topic of the song.
What's it called?
That would be Waltz of the Flowers, Major.
Yeah. Figures it'd be something like that. Can't shake the feeling I've heard it somewhere. No clue where, though.
It is a popular song. I wouldn't be surprised if you had heard it before.
Nah, it's more than that. It's sticking to me. Like it meant something to me before I lost my memory.
Oh.
Maybe I really did propose to someone with that song.
I can only imagine they chose the song then.
While Petri falls in the distracted conversation with Charles, X managed to escape from his grasp and sneak back to his pants.
I think our experiment is coming to an end.
As a cancelled sounds, constellations fly into the sky and the cheer calls up from the crowd.
Mama, that's my balloon!
Which one?
I don't know which one, but where are they going?
To the future.
Have you decided on a souvenir for Madame Lucy?
Well...
バッテリーのやつじゃねえのか。なんで飛びコンティニュー ?14 じゃなかったの。エピローグか。ってことは16。結局16だね。Prologue and Epilogue. Plus with file, Locke and Borgen through metal was sharp, but there was no sign of struggle. And also it's what gets beyond the maximum because claim that Marcin Councils are misunderstanding. No answer, no sense of this with the location. Beyond the limits. Unfinished letter, as chief comments. From Dr. Sechenov, the funeral that I used to benefit profits, freeing humans from all the danger and the work. We would spend more time pursuing scientific and artistic breakthrough which would accelerate the development of a human's worlds. But about the fact that most humans are born sinners, they treat and slaughter hindering our advancement to a better world. Therefore, we must start a new project to change this situation and address the negative aspects of human nature and the need of being. And the future lies ahead, but will it bring new advancement of devastation? Lawrence Lab. Motota. Bam 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 bam.
That is unexpected.
As the trio return from the stage, they notice that what they intended to bring has disappeared, and in its stead is a chirper. And in its stead, 変わった。っていうか、物を持ち帰れるのか。
Is this the hydrogen cell that you mentioned? It does have a very unique appearance for a power cell, though I take it that this may be a consequence of the alternate technology involved.
No, it's not a power cell. Just a talking pocket watch.
Talking pocket watch.
Oh, what a remarkable outcome. The object changed entirely during the transfer. I guess this is another fascinating aspect of the stage. An unaccounted variable, like the butterfly effect. A hydrogen cell turned into a chirper. The science of that alone is worth studying. Don't you think?
本当か？本当に変わってるのか？別物を最初から持ってるのか？
I am immediately curious what effect the stage might have on my own body if I attempted to travel through it. Would my robotic shell change to fit the local culture and technology of the destination just as it did Verton's outfit?
Why not give it a try and find out? I can activate it again anytime. It's about time you took a vacation, Madame Lucy.
It's about time you took vacation. Pre-9 storm なのか、これ。いや、post-9 storm なのか。フィエナの後なのかな。
Should you intend to visit again, I will make certain to register you as legal visitors.
いいえ。コミュニケーションできるんだけど。異世界の連絡できるんだけど。Left and right appear on the communicator screen.
Thank you for your offer, but I am afraid I have to decline.
Oh.
I believe our team is in need of an immediate physical examination after the events they have gone through, in particular, to determine the effects of a certain injection.
Personally, I'm entirely intrigued by the possibility of keeping this polymer in my bloodstream.
Your well-being is top priority in this particular matter, Researcher X.
Can we make it short? The stage could change its destination any time. I don't want to ruin Madame Lucy's prospects for a vacation.
You'll need a thorough examination, I'm afraid. We can't run the risk that the polymer shifted during travel as well. You can tell Lucy all about our findings while you recuperate at the rehab center.
Fine. You're the boss.
While I am intrigued by the prospect of traveling, the changing destinations of the stage do not follow fixed patterns. I am willing to roll the dice, as you might say.
I'll get X to the rehab center and make sure he stays put. Why don't you spend some time here while you can, Madame Lucy?
The young visitor organized the reports and set off for the rehab center. Soon the laboratory quiets down.
There appears to be a strong rapport between you and your researchers.
Report.
It pleases me to hear you say that. I will take that as a marked improvement of my understanding of humanitarianism. From my cursory reading of Verton's report, I have already learned a great deal about your world. Despite running dozens of simulated scenarios, I still find it hard to pinpoint the divergence between our world's respective technological progression, another fascinating element of scientific discovery.
Scientific development is often shaped by the demands of the environment. Perhaps the unique struggles of your world led to a divergence in technological need, just as they did in ours.
If I have learned anything from humans, it is that their greatest motivation is and has always been survival. It is admirable, even if it can lead science towards destructive paths. The greatest danger lies in giving up and dwelling in the mistakes of the past. I have lived through many generations of human technology and observed their progress firsthand. Setbacks and disasters are inevitable, but there will always be those willing to take risks to bring about a better world. Innovation is a process that feels in many ways like laying track before a speeding train. Too often, we only see the hazards ahead when it is too late to change course. But as long as humanity survives, they will learn from those harsh lessons and overcome.
この国にとってはちょっと刺さる言葉かもしれない。まだいろいろやばいし。
Your theory of human progress bears a strong resemblance to the process of natural selection.
Perhaps so. But the random dictates of genetic mutation are a much slower process. I have seen human innovation leapfrog eons of natural development within a single generation. I am excited to see where they will go next.
The cinema saw a human mask, revealing her expressionless metallic face beneath, yet the red light bulbs pondering the future. In that moment, standing on the bridge between two worlds, two forms of inorganic life discuss the very nature of being. ロボ同士語り合ってる。終わりましたね。いやー、どうだろう。印象は、そうだね。正直アサシンスクリードの時の方がちょっと面白いかもしれないな。エジオの方ね。カサンドラはまあ普通って感じなんだけど、でこのアトミカルコラボのストーリーはエジオのストーリー以下なんだけど、カサンドラストーリーより少し面白いかもしれないという私からの なんで、印象だね。このコラボストーリーについては。じゃあ、これで終わりましょうか。お疲れ様でした。さようなら。
Through our many conversations with Madame Lucy, we have found that her behavior and thought process are markedly different from those of most robots in our own world. In plain terms, she has a sense of humor. We wonder if this is because, despite her outwardly robotic appearance, Madame Lucy is what you refer to as an awakened and exhibits a consciousness not reliant on any programming.